And then the purple one is for word building. Then the red one, that's for English. And then the blue one is for science. So we use it for both Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Patricia Sanctuary. I'm a mom of 3, happily married, and I live in the UK. I film videos on homeschooling and motherhood. If you're interested in this kind of content, then be sure to hit subscribe, like the video, and leave any questions you have in the comments below. Let's get started. So, to begin with, in this video, I'm showing you the organization, basically how we organize our homeschool, the planning that goes behind it, and the goal cards as I promised last time. If you haven't watched my video on the best Christian homeschool curriculum, then I would suggest that you go and watch it. So basically, I talked in that video that I'm going to show you guys the goal cards. So here they are. I hope it's focusing well. So as you can see, it's like different subjects at the top, and they have different colors. And then here it's dates, and then at the top here, that's where you write the name and then the dates. So these are weekly goal cards, so that's why I got a lot of them. So what I do with her, we basically fill this in at the end of the week, me and her, and then we put her goals for the week, like for Monday, how many pages she's gonna do in each piece, you know. And then if it's a test, we write test or whatever. But you're supposed to do each day. At the end of each day, the student is supposed to do it. It's not actually me as a parent or an adult that's supposed to do it. It's a child that's supposed to set their own goals, do their own work. But because she's only 4, so even though she wants to do it, I always like help her do it, etc. Yeah, this is a student progress chart. So because I'm in the UK, so there's like first term, second term, and third term. So I'll write her name here. These ones you use them for tests. If they get like 100, then you give them like a gold star. If they get like 80 something or whatever, then you give them the star that matches the each subject. As you saw, it has got different colors. So for math, it's yellow, and then this is English, which is red. Word building is purple, literature and creative writing is red, maroon, yeah. And then science is blue, social studies is green, Bible is like yellowy orange, yeah. So you have stickers for that, so they sell stickers for that you put. So that's what this is for. When she does a test in the first term, so I will put against it, like against math, so I'll put a sticker and then just go with it. And then it's got weeks, as you can see here, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, you know. So there's 13 weeks in a term. So if you're really following like a timetable, then you can go through it. But if you're not following like a timetable like that in your homeschool, and you homeschool all year round or whatever, you can just like literally like customize it to however it works for you. These are her stickers. She's got a lot of gold because she gets a lot of hundreds all by herself, as you can see in my last video. In this video here, as you can see in there, she got like 100 on a test, so that's typical of her. So sometimes I do give her a break, you know. This is a supervisor progress chart, so that's for me. So I will write her name, level she's at, the year she's at, her date of birth, and then I use that. And as you can see, there's the subject that represents like the page number that you're on, because all the pages have different numbers. And then here represents the percentage, how many you have in stock, and then the date for the test when she does the test. So that's what I do here. This really helps me as a mom to keep track of what she's doing, to keep track of her progress. You know, it's just important to keep their work anyway. I think in my next video I will show you how I store it, actually, like where I store all these things, because it can be a lot when you're homeschooling. Like, you don't know where to keep your stuff, you don't want the house to be a mess, you don't want the house to be all about homeschooling, because the children need a break from just like formal learning. So we separate the two, so she knows when she's done with her work, she knows where to put it. you know, etc. I'll show you guys in our next video about this. I love planning, I love researching, so this really gives me a kick. So if you're like me and you love this, you love knowing what you're doing, what they've done, this is amazing. So I literally just come here and I'll be like, okay, so she's done this many tests, she got this and she did it on this day, so I can track it. And then she's got this other many places to do, and then when she finishes level 2, then she graduates to level 3. So it really helps me than me writing down on pieces of paper that I can't keep a track. Then we have book report. It's basically like recording like the books that they read, what they've learned from me. You know, like the book I showed you in my last video I did from ACE curriculum, like stories for children and friendship at the camp or whatever. So basically they will I'll write the student's name, the title of the book, the author, plot and setting of books, main characters. You know, she's supposed to fill this in, but obviously she's young, so I do it for her. And then Bible principles learned from this book, so like you can have a chat with your child, ask them, and then record it here, or ask them to record it themselves, you know. And write 10 intelligent, interesting questions and answers about this book with page numbers and answers, with page numbers where answers may be found, okay. And then they ask, do not ask yes and no questions, use back of paper if necessary. So basically it's a report, so they're supposed to fill this in, but I think it's really good because it helps them to really get their comprehension on point, you know, to understand what they're reading, because sometimes children can read and they don't even understand what they're reading. So I think it just helps their intellect, it just helps them understand more and enjoy reading the books. It's not like a stressful situation like, all right, if you don't fill this in, if you don't do this, rah, rah, rah. No, it's fun. It's teaching them independence. That's what I really love about this curriculum, just them learning to just be independent, to be their own person, to work at their own pace and no rush. If you need time to go over it again, keep going over it until you master it. So that's what I really love about that. So there's no pressure of, oh my god, you've got this test now, you have to do it now, etc. No, it's chilled. It teaches them independence, and therefore they feel so proud of themselves. Our daughter, she really like, she loves it, because when she gets 100 or she even gets 80 something, she's so excited that she's done it all by herself without help. She'll be like, you know, I didn't even have to ask you, I did this by myself, you know, I'm going to get my work. Sometimes she'll even wake up earlier than me and then she'll tell me, oh, I've already done this one, I'm like, rah, that was quick. And then this is an oral report evaluation.
Hear the birds and see the sun.
So you write the student's name, the date, title of speech, book report, privilege report. Yeah, I don't have the privilege cards. I was trying to get them, but they were out of stock when I tried. When I get it, etc., I will do another video about that. This is for me as a parent. Content, introduction, quality of work, and comments. So you either mark the introduction, if it was a book or whatever, what was the introduction like? Was it excellent? Was it good? Was it fair? Was it poor? Then I write the comments. And knowledge of subject, organization of information, vocabulary and grammar, originality, conclusion, length of speech. So this is for them, like poise and confidence, posture, eye contact, things like that when they are like reading, etc. I really love this as well. This is a goal check report. I've shown you the goal cards that the student fills in every time, and they put the number of pages that they're gonna do each day from each page. When they finish their goal card, then they put a line across it, you know. And then throughout each week as well, as you can see here, I can come here, write her name, etc. It's got weeks, so let's say week 1, Monday to Friday, you know. And then I can tick that she's she's fulfilled her goals. She was able to mark herself, set a goal for herself, and she was able to accomplish it. And then I would date it. And then if she got any demerits for, like, let's say maybe marking it wrongly, you know, or in her pace, if she didn't score herself well, if she cheated, things like that, that's a demerit. Or yeah, it's a lot of stuff that can get you a demerit, you know. But she doesn't really get a lot of those. She's young, so I don't really, you know, I don't give her those. And then attendance. So ACE has schools as well, so most of this they're also using the schools as well. They have like the private schools. So basically for attendance, obviously she's homeschooled, so she's attending. And then comments, so I write comments like, oh, this week was a really good week, this something new that she's learned, or a struggle that she had, or whatever it is that she might want to comment about, or she was like the highlight of the week, whatever you want to put in the comments. So that's also, and then you write the term as well, what term it was, what year it is. So that also helps to keep tabs, to keep record of their work. So on the student progress chart, the one that she gets to have stars, those stars when she's passed the test. So this one, she keeps it on her office. She's ready to start her work. She picks up her student progress chart, she picks up her goal card, and she picks up her paces, her pen, her pencil, etc. And then she'll start working on it. And then when it's time for test, whatever, when she does a test, the next day you announce the results to her. Normally that's, I'm telling you how you're meant to do it, but just make it work since it's homeschooling, it's not a school. You make it work however. So I normally just tell her the results because she's waiting. She's like looking forward to it, like, did I pass? So I normally just tell her the results, and then I tell okay, let's put the stickers, right? And I put it against the week. So as you can see here, this she did in week 13, that's when we started, and then this one she did in different weeks, and etc. So in each page there is scriptures in there, and when they do their test, their self-test and the real test, they're supposed to tell you from memory the scripture they've learned. And it's not that hard. They see the scripture throughout the pages, throughout each page there's a scripture, and then that they have to fill in, a little bit, so it's like by the time they're finished with the page, they will know the scripture by memory. So that scripture, when they get it well, when they say it well, when they recite it well, then they get a Bible sticker. As you can see here, she always does it. So she gets a Bible sticker there against that, and I also give her a Bible sticker for the Bible reading pace as well. So she gets that. And then when she gets 100, or sometimes it's out of 99 the max, when she gets all right, give her the gold. We put the gold star on it, so she's always aiming for the gold. As you can see, it's used up more. And then the purple one is for word building. Then the red one, that's for English. And then the blue one is for science. So we use it for both animal science and science. And then the yellow one is for math, literature, and creative writing. And then the green one is for social studies. So yeah guys, I think that's it. That's how we plan it. So this is our plan mostly. I'm up doing all this stuff because obviously she's only small, so I have to do all the planning most of the time. Even if she does it, even if she writes her own goals or whatever, I always go over it to check that she's done everything well. And most of the time she does well, and I'm really proud of her. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know if you're also like me, if you plan like this for your homeschool, or you just like chilled all throughout, because I know that they're different. There are different types of homeschooling, different types of routines, you know, different type of styles. So let me know your style in your homeschooling. But in ours, this is what we do, and I love it. So yeah, I hope you've learned one or two things from this video, and thank you so much for coming to my channel and watching my video. I really appreciate it. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, to like this video, and until my next video, it's a bye for now.